All right, hello everybody. My name is Troy Nelson. This is another edition of Live on KEXP at Home. I am very excited because I have members of Subsonic Eye here with us. Well, I was going to say today, but you're in the future right now because it's Tuesday in Seattle. It's Wednesday in Singapore, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we're living in the future.
Can you let me know what the lottery numbers are going to be for tonight's drawing in Seattle?
We'll direct message you.
Thank you. Thank you. So very happy to have you. And also, before we get into your performance, maybe you can let the listeners know where you recorded this.
We recorded it at the studio called Kribo Records. It's our favorite place to hang out. We love all the gear and the ambience there.
Fantastic. Well, let's jump right into it. And then after the performance, I just have a few questions for you. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. This is Subsonic Eye live on KEXP at Home.
she's walking right there. I mean, she's walking right there with the devil in her eyes. She's been looking right at the set eyes. She's a traitor, that's who I choose. Tell me you got it again. I really see the point. I mean, she's walking right there. I mean, she's walking
And there it is, a fantastic performance from Subsonic Eye, performed at Kribo Records. And thank you all so much for taking the time to do that and to sit down with us here on KEXP.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
Indeed. I just have a few questions for you because you're a fairly new band, a very young band, but you have some stuff out there and some great other performances out there. And I've heard in other interviews that you have all these different influences. It seems like all the members have so many different influences. Like I've heard that you love everything from My Bloody Valentine to The War on Drugs to even Bryan Adams. Do you just take all these influences, these diverse influences, and just stir them all up and just see what comes out? Is that what Subsonic Eye does when they're writing songs?
Yeah, actually, the Bryan Adams was a joke, but
oh, sure it was.
but because when we initially started, I just wanted to make like a traditional bedroom pop band, kind of like early Beach Fossils. But when we got the rest of the members, yeah, everyone. Like none of the band actually likes stuff like dream pop, so it was pretty interesting. And yeah, like our drummer Lucas, he's into like R&B and stuff. So, and like Wahidah, what do you listen to?
I listen to Bjork and Tool, Radiohead, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a very. It's a very wide variety. Yeah, very diverse.
I love it. I love that. I have friends. For some reason, half of my friends make fun of me for loving Tool. I don't get it. Do you get crap for that?
Yes, I did. Literally, I was like trying to get them to listen, and they're like, "No, this is not."
So
it.
I have a theory. I think that Tool is amazing, and then other bands tried copying Tool, and they don't sound great, and so people that don't know Tool think that Tool's part of that other crappy music.
Right. No, but the problem comes is like when I play it, and then they don't like it.
It happens to me too. I'm like, what? It sounds, it's amazing, right?
Yeah, I
love that.
Why.
Also, when it comes to the guitar sound, I also sometimes hear a little bit of some Thurston Moore. I think I've heard you mention Sonic Youth before. Would you say that there's some Sonic Youth coming through Subsonic Eye a bit?
Oh yeah, definitely. Thurston and Lee, they're like my gods. So. With this record, I really wanted to, I just took a lot of time trying to figure out how they come up with the kind of riffs they have. I learned a lot of their alternate tunings. I just try to apply it to this record. Yeah,
and also very loose structure, lots of room for improvisation and experimentation. And I'm definitely a Sonic Youth fan as well, and I can hear that a bit in your music. So what can you tell all the listeners out there who may not be familiar about Zhang Bo?
Oh, Zhang Bo is he's our ex-guitarist, and he's also, he helped us a lot with he actually recorded the KEXP session. So ever since he left the band, we're still working together a lot. Like we'll still hang out. He'll still help us with some production stuff. He also plays for a shoegaze band called Cosmic Child.
Cool. And it sounds and like him, it sounds like you have a lot of people helping sort of behind the scenes of Subsonic Eye. Another person I was curious if you could tell listeners who may not be familiar with Raphael and how important they are to Subsonic Eye.
Oh, Raphael is like the sixth member of the band. He runs our label called Middle Class Cigars, and he does like all the back end stuff for us, like all the art direction, all the everything. He really helps us out with a lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. So I'm very grateful for him.
So very important to Subsonic Eye.
Yeah.
And let's see. I was also going to ask you. Oh, and I heard this. Is it true that before the pandemic, you really cycled to Malaysia?
Oh, yeah, it's not that far. Like,
it's in my mind, it sounds like it would take forever.
Because Singapore, like, you can cross the border to Malaysia in an hour.
Okay, it's not that bad.
Yeah, so once you get there, it's Malaysia is huge, so you can cycle out into the middle of nowhere, camp out, and then you can ride back the next day.
Well, because I know you all had gotten into cycling pretty hard. Is that still continuing? Are you still doing that?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and Singapore is so small that you can ride to anywhere in like an hour, and you save a lot of money.
That's true. Very much so. And you also have a really cool DIY animated video for your song Unearth. I was curious who you teamed up with for that video. Who was responsible for that?
Oh, we teamed up with Arius Zay. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Yeah, he was really cool. I just found him on Instagram, and I just loved his art style. Very fluid.
Absolutely. The new album is called Nature of Things. And what can we also expect from Subsonic Eye in the next 12 months? Is there anything that you're working on right now, or what do you plan to do? Are you still just kind of navigating this pandemic as far as live shows go? What does the next year look like for your band?
We actually have a small EP coming out in a couple of weeks. So for that one, it will be Wahidah singing in Malay. So that's pretty interesting for us. And then in terms of shows, it's still hard for us to predict anything because the pandemic's pretty unpredictable. So shows get cancelled. Yeah, but we're just doing what we can.
That's happening here, too. I mean, around the world, I'm sure. It's so hard to navigate, but I think that we're all doing the best that we can, right?
Yeah.
And it's wonderful that artists like you are putting art into the world during these times because, as we were talking about before we started recording, listeners are so appreciative of new art and music during these times. So thank you for contributing to that.
And thank you guys for putting it out there.
Absolutely. Well, this has been, yes, absolutely. It's been such a pleasure. Very nice meeting both of you, and I can't wait to hear this new EP that's coming out. But in the meantime, make sure you get Subsonic Eye's Nature of Things, get the new EP when it comes out, and thank you all so much for being a part of Live on KEXP at home.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Take care.
Discover new music at listener-powered KEXP.org.